All right, just getting into the shop today. It's Monday. I actually got here late today. It's about 1 o'clock. I was fussing with YouTube videos and things. So what's on the agenda for today? So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build these 32 by 20 hatches. So I shot the gel coat on these yesterday, Sunday. This is actually the mold for the splash well on my project. So I'm just going to get this out of the way. So just put that aside. Let's get the air conditioning fired up. So I'm going to get all the material cut for this, get ready to shoot this. I hope I have enough resin. I do not have enough resin, so I will not be making a 32 by 220 today. I was supposed to order supplies last Thursday and I totally forgot, and then thought I had enough resin in my gun to finish this today, but I don't. So that is going to be scrapped for today. Let's see what else we can do today. I actually just had an order come in for a pair of starboard doors, so I could do that. I have to trim these so I can get them ready to ship, but here's a 48 by 24 mold. I need to finish making sections of that. I already started part of it. I'm going to do that. Here's part of the mold here. I still need to cut some pieces on the CNC machine. I might have to get another piece of wood, so probably going to focus on that. Get this cut, start to glue these pieces together, and then I need to place an order for supplies. All right, so trying to get this MDF mold together. So here's part of the base. So this is going to be the piece that creates the gutter. This is missing one piece. This actually has to go underneath there. This is the top piece, so I have to glue all these pieces together and do the radius. This is the top edge is going to need a radius. This is going to need a radius. Here's the lid. So typically I cut these pieces on the CNC machine all is just one big piece, but because this was so large, I decided to break it down into smaller pieces. So you can see I cut perimeter to create the shape that I needed, and then I staggered them so it kind of overlaps and give it some strength. Unfortunately, in an attempt to try to get through this whole thing with 2 sheets, that still end up taking me 3 sheets of MDF to make this mold. So these pieces are still tacky. I can't really do much with them. That's tacky, that's tacky. So I gotta wait for this to dry till tomorrow so I can work on that again. I just made a template for a customer to send to Rhode Island. So now I loaded up some sanded PVC and I just made a CAD quickly. And I'm going to make a piece that goes on the transom here. It's going to go from probably right here to about right there. And it's going to space the bracket out about another inch. I'm doing it for cosmetics and also to give me a little bit more clearance, because I would rather do that than have to get another spacer to add here. But Bob's also makes spacers to put on here. So I'm trying to save having to do that. And yeah, so we're cutting that. I made a little puzzle joint, so I'm gonna cut this piece right now. All right, so the reason I cut these in two separate pieces is because this is the biggest piece I have left in the shop for this material. So instead of me ordering a whole nother sheet that's like $190, I decided to just puzzle piece these together. So this is going to get laminated with glass, and then I'm going to do a carbon fiber overlay over the top of it. So it'll be carbon fiber underneath the jack plate. So I'm going to pull these out and start to prep it to put some chopster and mat on it. All right, so this is a wrap for today. It's like 8 o'clock and I'm exhausted. But I didn't get to the shop till like 1 o'clock today. I was doing computer stuff. And anyway, so I got the first coat of fairing on here. I don't like sanding a lot, so I tend to put the fairing on light and then do multiple coats. So I just got it in all these holes here that I made a little bit bigger, and then I straight scraped it off with the spreader. So I still have low spots there, so then I'll come back again with a lighter weight epoxy and then start to get it build flush. This is mostly going to be covered by the piece that I'm making, except all the way down on the bottom, but nobody's really ever going to see it unless they stick their head underneath the motor or dive underneath the boat. So I'm not overly stressed about it being flawless. I just want to get this nice though. I did a lot of sanding in this area. There's a little body line right here, so I want to make sure that I don't fuck it up. So let this dry overnight, and then maybe tomorrow I'll have time to mess with it again.